Hey guys, it's Stephanie. Welcome back to the Cantina. Feel free to subscribe, hit the bell for more content, hit the like button, and share away here. We share away here for the love of Star Wars. Today, the topic is basically the aftermath and backlash of Jason Ward's interview with EVS, and the reason why I'm doing this is because you really get to see these people, especially these women, SJW Star Wars fans like Saf and Tracy thinks he's funny, and the rest of them who are replying to them in a whole new light, you know, and it's eye-opening. So I'm going to leave some of the tweets and let you guys read them, and then I'll go right into the video. So here's just one of the people that commented on Tracy thinks it's funny. She's funny's thing. Here's another some stuff that Tracy said about EVS. None of it's true. Here's LOL, the last thing she ever said about the matter between her and the Wards. And of course, here's a beta male begging to be, I don't know, fondled, I guess. Guys, welcome back to the Smuggler's Cantina. This is Stephanie, your bartender, your purveyor of Star Wars news, your bar manager. Today I want to go a little bit more in deeper into the blowback going on over Jason Ward's interview with Ethan. First off, I'm going to say this. I don't like Jason Ward. I don't trust Jason Ward. I've never liked him. I do believe in my heart of hearts that he was behind the Down with Disney Facebook page and behind the racist attacks against Kelly Marie Tran. I think probably he was contracted to split the fan base up. And, you know, I think it was him who posted something like in 2013 that he hated Star Wars fans. I think it was him. Maybe it was Pablo Hidalgo, whatever. Anyway, and I feel bad for Amanda. I hope that they got law enforcement involved. Sexual assault is nothing to be taken lightly, and if it happened to me, the cops would be involved. Okay, but again, I'm not fans of theirs, but I'm not here to judge. What I'm here to talk about is the way two leaders of this bizarro SJW Star Wars cult have behaved towards them. These are people, I like none of these people, but there's a girl called Tracy thinks it's funny. He's funny. Tracy thinks he's funny on Twitter. And there's another one who's Saf, and she was mentioned. I think she was actually Amanda's partner, the Rebel Girl podcast that they ended, and you know, it looks to me that Amanda actually got her that Twitter account that was along with that suspended, which, you know, I'm not going to say I'm not going to judge. Again, Amanda said some horrible things about white men, and, you know, regardless of where it came from, it was bullshit. Okay. And this is why I'm tepid about her. This is why, because she's not a nice person. Okay, no real woman says that, even after they've been abused. You know, an adult female wouldn't act like that. You know, a very, I guess, situated, secure adult female would never act like that. But anyway, this is back to Saf and Tracy thinks he's funny. First off, I went through the tweets, and you two are disgusting. Okay, you know, the fact that it appears that Jason was actually defending Bobby Roberts over what sounds like now to be spurious accusations is dead on. I'm gonna tell you something, girls. Guys are better friends to each other than women are. Okay, that's the bottom line. It's true. They will defend each other. If Bobby, and it sounds, I mean, I don't know all the extenuating circumstances, but maybe Bobby didn't do it. Maybe he's been railroaded. I don't like him either. I don't like him any more than I like any of them. But I'm also fair-minded, okay? And we've had enough hoaxes and things like that going on to make a person kind of cynical. I need more information, if you know what I mean. You know, and with the Me Too movement, I mean, the two vanguard leaders, Asia Argento and Rose McGowan, both prostituted themselves. Didn't get what they wanted, so then they said what they said. Is Harvey Weinstein a rapist? Probably. Is he a pig? Yes. Is he a sexual harasser? You bet he is. Should he be, do they have a right to falsely accuse him of something? No. All they're doing is hurting the cases that were real against him. So there you go. This is why you know, I'm going to make this so you guys can actually see it's really beautiful outside right now. Here, I'll say it like this. This is why these accusations against Bobby need to be investigated, probably by a law enforcement official. Okay? Because, again, like I said, if there's a sexual assault, guess who gets called first? The cops. You go to emergency room. You have a rape kit tested, or you run to the cops if penetration didn't happen, and then let them take it and investigate. Okay? That's how it's done. You don't sit there and say, he was me, blah, 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 without any real proof. Okay? You just don't do that. I don't believe in ruining a person's life just because they're a man, which is basically what looks like to me is going on. But here's the deal, girls. Why are you even part of the fan community? You don't like Star Wars. I have never seen any of you say anything positive about, you know, the OT, the prequels or anything. You're just, you know, why are you here? You know, and I'll tell you something else. Going through these tweets, not only are you two disgusting, but the people tweeting back at you. There's one who can't decide if she's male or female, and I'll put that bio up because it's hysterical. Saying F all men, F blah blah blah, especially male Star Wars fans. Really? You mean, oh, I'd say good 75-85% of the fan base that's already pissed off? And what about us girls who think you're an idiot? All right, just STFU and go, I don't know, make up your own feminazi space opera, but leave us alone, okay? Here's the deal. You're not like us. You don't understand Star Wars. You know, you've never ever cracked open a scholarly book to find out. You've never read Joseph Campbell. You've never, you know, watched any of George Lucas's interviews with Bill Moyers. You've never ever read Star Wars: The Magic of Myth. You've never read anything about this. But here you are acting like you're the biggest, and you're not. You're just a bunch of feminazi parasites. And we're sick of it. I mean, you're eating, and now you're tearing apart two people who I could care less about. But here I am, I think, defending them because what you're doing to them is bullshit. I mean, you know, if a man was raped, then Jason has every right to go and be publicly honest about what was going on and why he didn't talk to Bobby for 10 years. Okay? And why he's defending Bobby now. Because, you know, did it happen? Where's the proof? How come no one will tell anybody what really happened? You know, I mean, you guys gotta stop it because you're making it worse for you. You're making it worse for actual real assault victims. All right, that's exactly what's going on. It's the same thing with the Jussie Smollett case. It's the same thing with the Covington Catholic School case. You know, once the story all comes out and the first accusations were all phony and lies, then it makes people like me doubt actual real issues that people bring up, that real assault cases. Okay, people who have actually been assaulted. Okay, and it's bullshit. I mean, you know, but you're the kind of women who think a verbal argument between Han and Leia is toxic, but yet Kyle Ron abducting Rey against her will, gaslighting her, skull effing her, physically assaulting her is sexy. No. One is verbal foreplay, which is exactly what that is. The other is Ted Bundy. I mean, you know, and none of that is very attractive, and that's not very attractive, okay? You know, when you're the kinds of women who would be intimidated by a guy like Harrison Ford because you couldn't handle an alpha male. When, you know, it's really funny, during the medal ceremony in the OT, when he's literally marching up to Leia with that look on his face. Now you'd say, oh, that's smug. Yes, you're damn right it's smug. That's Han. That's Ford. And that's just fine. And if you can't handle a guy being that confident in himself with all that bravado, you aren't much of a woman, okay? All right? You women don't know how to handle your pieces parts, first off. You've never been told that. You've been overly sexualized, which is your parents' fault and your teacher's fault and the education system's fault. You know, you have absolutely no dignity about female dignity at all. But you go on Twitter lambasting Jason Ward for some reason, who's basically just trying to protect himself. He didn't do it very well either, by the way, because I think he was lying about everything, including the Kathy Kennedy connection. Lambasting him and dropping the F-bomb. No, I drop the F-bomb all the time. But, you know, there are a lot of guys out there that don't like it. You know, fine if you want to do that, but you're not making any friends. I mean, I am who I am. I can deal with that. But, you know, you guys want to, like, I don't know, be cult leaders and you know, lead the women and all the rest of that bullshit. You know, and I'll tell you something else. And this is just a little advice, Tracy Saff. If a guy tells you he's a feminist and you know he's a hardcore leftist, he is not a feminist. He's telling you. That doesn't mean he is. A man, a real man, shows it. He is action oriented. A phony, a beta male like Brian Young and you know, Still Saunders, whom you guys are mad at now. He's a misogynist anyway. Guys like that aren't feminists. They're misogynists. Brian Young, you know, going into an underage sex chat and then whining about how he was misgendered when he was 15 because of his father's toxic masculinity is laughable. That is so not attractive. And I know why he's doing it. So as one of you girls can take pity on him and I don't know, get him a mercy F or something like that. Because you look at the guy. No real woman would touch that thing with a 10-foot pole. Ugh. But anyway, I just wanted to address you two because you make me sick. You and your little cult followers who have come into Star Wars and for some reason have people on the inside of Lucasfilm egging your shit on, have hurt the community, have hurt the franchise. Star Wars didn't need you. We had enough feminism with Leia, Mon Mothma, you know, before they trashed it, Mara Jade, Jaina, you know, and there was a plethora of other women. I mean, in fact, if you want to really get your, you know, undies in a twist, go check out the fact that there was a bisexual female written up in 1980s comic books, 80s comic books. Go check it out. Okay, just go check it out. You know, you can't bring people together by dividing people. Your bigoted attacks on men are just disgusting. I mean, you know, calling Ethan a racist, he's not a racist. I mean, you know, because he doesn't agree with you, he's a racist. Do you know how stupid you sound, Saf? Do you know how effing stupid you sound? You sound like an ignorant, you know, marcher in 1933 Berlin. You know, you don't know the guy. You've never ever watched any of his videos. He doesn't agree with you and he voted for Trump. Who cares? That doesn't make the guy a racist. In fact, I know a lot of black men who actually voted for Trump, okay? Do you want me to introduce you to them? I know black women who have too, all right? I know black Republican women. You know, and here I am, a classic liberal. I mean, you know, who I hate the far left and I hate feminists like you because you hurt people. You're there strictly to divide people and to hurt people because for some reason you feel like you've been, you know, not given opportunities, which is bullshit. You feel like you've been oppressed, which is utter effing bullshit. I mean, I'm going to leave you guys with this, okay? Ladies, and I use that term loosely. Listen closely. Right now, in 2019, February, women in America have more freedom, more opportunity, and more stuff going on for them than we've ever had before, any nation in our history. There is no patriarchy. There never has really been a patriarchy here. You want to talk about a patriarchy? Go to Saudi Arabia. Go to Iran. Okay? There's a patriarchy. There is not one here. Okay? I'm going to give you something. The reason why you see not as many women represented in different fields is because women don't like to go into those fields. I mean, how about if men start complaining that there weren't enough male nurses? I mean, or you know, men started complaining that there weren't enough, oh God, what else do women do? You know, male, you know, nail salon owners. I mean, something women do, you know, male secretaries. I mean, other thing that, you know, women just naturally want to go do this. You know, and those are just really bad examples. I know that, but they're the ones I can think off the top of my head. You know, so you're crying about not being represented in fields that women don't go into, like directing. You know, whining about women, female fighter pilots, just because women in the military, and my husband spent 30 years as a Marine Corps officer, and women in the military don't go to flight training much. All right, they do. I've known a couple. They go into supply, communications, the medical field, all the rest of that stuff. Okay, that's where women go. All right. So if you want a bunch of Catherine Bigelows, first off, the woman's gonna have to want to do that, and then she's gonna have to be talented. You know, like Peggy Jenkins, talented. You know, Catherine Bigelow, talented. Penny Marshall, talented. All right. And guess what? Most women don't want to do that. I wanted to be in front of the camera. Did I want to direct? Well, if you look at what Angelina Jolie's been able to do, yeah, I mean, her career is kind of like what I looked at, except you could throw music into what I wanted to do too. It was kind of what I wanted to do. I mean, she is well-rounded. I mean, but that's because she wants to do it. It's not because she felt it necessary to be a woman director. She just wanted to direct. Okay? So stop it. Stop acting like you're victims when you're not. Stop acting like poor oppressed handmaidens. You're not. You're just angry, insufferable bitches who lead a small contingent of angry, insufferable bitches who probably are terrified of men in reality, because you'd actually have to be vulnerable. You'd actually act like a woman. What a horrible thing. So anyway, you two and your cadre of jackasses need to shut up and just go find something else to do. You're not needed or wanted in the Star Wars fan community. You're not needed and wanted really in society if you're going to behave like, you know, bat shit crazy harpies on Twitter. All right? Because that's like being at a public bar and shrieking about men and all the men going, wow, that was attractive. And then thinking somehow you're going to get some guy to ask you out. Oh, and then getting pissed off when he asks you for your digits because horror of horrors. You know, how dare he? See, this is the problem for you. And it's always going to be his fault. You have absolutely no self-awareness whatsoever. None of you women. And actually, I'm addressing kind of that to Amanda too, because she has said some terrible, terrible things about men and white men in particular. And you know, I mean, you know, God bless her, but lady, whoever raised you did a bad job. That's all I'm going to say. So this is Steph signing out. I'll see you around the cantina, see you around the galaxy. Please remember to pay your, or tip your Wookiee bartenders 20%, and don't start anything funny, because once Wookiee bouncers start going, I can't stop them. See you around. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Sorry for all the salty language, but the women like those two really make me angry, and they have to hear it. They have to hear it from fellow girls. So y'all behave, and thank you for stopping by. I hope you subscribed, hit the bell for more content, hit the like button, like away here, and share away. We share away here for love of Star Wars, and I will see you around the cantina and you around the galaxy.